I will quickly invite Dr. Michikazu Kojima-san, who is the research fellow at ERIA and also chief senior researcher at Institute of Development Economics at JETRO, Japan, one of the leading organizations working in this domain. Dr. Kojima, over to you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Michikazu Kojima. Thank you for inviting me to make a presentation in this event. I will talk about the building recycling infrastructure experiences in Japan. Especially, I'm focusing on plastic waste. We have many kind of recycling related act. The in this presentation, I will explain the two of them. One is Act on Promotion of Recycled Resources. It's renamed in 2001 to Act on Promotion of Effective Utilization of Resources. And also Container and Packaging Recycling Act, enacted in 1995. So, but we have several other kind of the recycling laws also. And I also a little bit touch on the Act on Green Purchasing also. Uh, Containers and Packaging Recycling Act was enacted in 1995, and it applied the EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility, to the containers and packaging. And these are kind of target items. PET bottles are targeted in 1997. It's same time to other kind of the recyclables like aluminum can, steel can, and so on. And plastics other than PET bottles, plastic containers and packaging are enforced from the year 2000. So basically, consumers should have a kind of a sorting, and sorting categories are kind of determined by the local governments. And the local governments collect it and sent to the recyclers. But the recyclers are determined through the tender process organized by the kind of association which is contributed by the producers. So these are kind of the collection route. And the major route is right-hand side, designated association route, designated collection route. So producers contribute some kind of, bear some cost of the recycling. And designated association made the kind of tender process to determine recyclers. And the consumers should have a kind of a sorted source separation. And local governments collected the recyclables and sent to recyclers, which were determined by the tender process through the designated association. But producers and also local governments have a kind of opportunity to make a different kind of collection route also. So we have some flexibility. And this is a kind of a destination of a PET bottle recycling. So PET bottles are recycled to textile, sheet, or bottle for drink again. So right now, the collection rate of PET bottles are 90-60.7% in fiscal year 2020. And in 2004, a Committee of Food Safety of the Japanese government allowed to use recycled PET for drinks and foods, container and packaging. So PET bottle to bottle kind of recycling is getting popular right now. So it's about 1/3 of the destination of PET bottles. And this is a kind of the statistics about the destination of plastic packaging containers except PET. So other packaging and containers, most of them are used as a material recycling and also raw material for coke ovens. So there are some such kind of some other kind of the technology to utilize the plastic waste, like blast furnace reducing agent or raw material for coke ovens, which generate coke oven gas and coke and ammonia liquor and synthesis gas producing ammonia and pyrolysis oil and kind of a white tray, which is recycled to white tray again. So this is the pyrolysis oil and our plastic to oil recycling plant. The plant was developed in 2000, but it was disbanded. The company was disbanded in 2011 because of the competition to other recycling technology. So other recycling technology is much, how to say, they have a kind of advantages. So they are difficult to continue the business. And the material recycling, it's very probably it's similar to India also. They wash and shredded the plastic package and containers and make a pellet and make some products. These right hand side is a kind of the examples of the products. And these kind of products are how say bought by government also. In the green, we have a green purchasing kind of the act on green purchasing, and government should use the kind of the green product somehow, and one of them these kind of recycled products. And this is a kind of a, how say, the white tray or PSP tray, a polystyrene paper tray, which is used for selling sashimi or some meat. So the shops make a kind of packages using the white tray. And one of the companies have a kind of a self-collection route of this kind of a PSP tray. How say, the consumers bring waste PSP tray to the shops when they are going to buy something and dispose PSP tray to special trash box. And then the companies producing the PSP tray, they pick up these kind of PSP waste PSP tray when they deliver the new PSP tray to the shop. So such kind of the how say collection is made by how say conducted by the producer themselves. And regarding to stimulate investment in plastic recycling, we have this Package and Container Recycling Act, which we how say use apply the extended producer responsibility, and so it's a kind of the funding mechanism for recycling. And the collection bared by the municipalities, and we have tender system to get the plastic waste or to determine the destination of collected waste. But we have some flexibility, as I mentioned. And we, Japanese government also try to stimulate investment in the recycling industries to specify a kind of a recycling industrial park program. So local governments with support of national government developed industrial park for recycling. Several places, such kind of the how to say industrial park can reduce the negotiation with neighbors. I mean, NIMBY problems may happen when research companies invest in some area. So Japanese government tried to provide space to establish the recycling industry park, to make an recycling industry park. So that is one of the instrument, and producers also have a kind of initiative to make a guideline for design for recycling. For example, regarding PET bottles, in Japan, we don't have any coloring of the PET bottles. So we have only transparent PET bottles we use. And we also restrict the kind of type of plastic for labeling, and also have a perforation on labeling, so too easy to remove the labeling. So yeah, and such kind of the design for recycling is promoted by Act on Promotion of Effective Utilization of Resources. So this is one of the labeling of the PET bottles, and this said bottles is a PET, and the others other cap and labels are different kind of the materials, and they have a kind of perforation to remove the labeling easily. And Japanese government also tried to stimulate the demand of recycled products. And government tried to make kind of industrial standards for recycled products. So with support of industrial association, they developed many kinds of the industry standard for plastic recycled products. So these are kind of policies to stimulate investment in recycling, like financing, collection mechanism to facilitate sorting, development mark for sorting, or industrial park, and the harmonized design for recycling, and the industry standards for ensuring the demand, and so on. So these are kind of a set of the kind of the policies to stimulate investment in the plastic recycling. So that's my presentation. Thank you very much.